Hey, how are we doing? It's JJ. I'm just out on my daily little walk today, not too far away from where I am, and I'm just out on the hidden lake that I come across a few weeks back. I've started popping out to because it's just a nice place to come out for a little bit of a wander, sit down and have a brew. It's a bit of an overcast day, there's some rain forecast, so I'm not hanging about for long, just an hour's walk. But what I actually want to show you today is this stuff here. Okay, this stuff, I have already taken some pictures of it. This is giant hogweed. Okay, you have to be really careful of this stuff, you really do. I've already taken some pictures which I'll include in this video. But this stuff, giant hogweed, you know, I normally try to have a go at pronouncing the names. Going to get this completely wrong and it'll sound horrendous, but it's Heracleum mantagazanium or something like that. It's a rough approximation of it. Giant hogsweed, sometimes known as hogsbane. People sometimes call it giant cow parsley. There's an absolute plethora of it around here. Now, they're obviously aware that this stuff's been here before and it's been cut back, but it's growing up and that again. And you can see, I don't know if you can make this out of the back, see these ones up here, these are last year's ones, probably from the year before. These can grow up to over 2 meters tall, and it's not nice stuff because this stuff is actually phototoxic. And what that means is that this stuff that grows up, it has real like bristle hairs on the stalks and to a certain extent up onto the leaves, but primarily on the stalks that grow up. And if you get that onto your skin, it's phototoxic. And what that means is that if the skin comes into direct sunlight, it'll blister. Okay, it'll blister, horrible blister, like pustule blisters. It's quite painful, it's not very pleasant at all, and you'll just have problems for absolutely ages and ages and ages with it. It's something that once you've had contact with can be extremely hard to control. So you've got to be really careful of this stuff when you're out. See, there's a load more of it here. So it's all growing along this bank. It tends to like quite moist, dark, sort of shady areas. Very prevalent down by where I am now, this lake. So you've got to be careful. So if you brush against it and it comes into contact with the skin, it will cause horrible blisters if the skin then comes into contact with daylight. So I'm staying well away. I have taken some pictures, but yeah, got to be really careful of this stuff. It used to be in what they call the Umbellifer family. It's now in the Apelli. Probably got that bit wrong. The carrot family is classed as one of the species in the carrot family. You got to be really careful. Just say, just be aware when you're on the lookout. So you can see, look, see these that grow up behind me. How tall these are? Well over 2 meters tall. It was actually kind of brought in by naturalists during the 1900s to put in like ornamental parks and gardens and things like that. The reason for that is because it looks pretty impressive when it's up at this sort of height and the little white flower heads come out, and again that's why it looks like cow parsley, and why it's sometimes referred to as giant cow parsley. But just a real sort of quick one. I'll try and just get some more pics now. And yeah, it's just something to be aware of, just to be careful when you're out there and having a wander. All right, there you go. I'm just going to add this into like my sort of foraging plant identification playlist onto YouTube. But just a quick one. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again soon. I'm going to finish the rest of my wander. We'll see you later. Bye.